Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT. This one is the N-line version, and I'm going to go ahead and show you all the features this one has. For the engine, it's going to be a 1.6 turbocharged engine. It's connected to a dual clutch 7-speed automatic transmission, and it produces 201 horses and 195 feet of torque. And the fuel economy numbers are 25 in the city, 32 highway, and 28 combined. So if you guys are curious about the color is stellar silver, and honestly goes very good with those frames and just the blackout trims around this Elantra GT. But anyways, coming to the front is very nice and aggressive. The high and low beam is LED, and at the bottom they're going to be a halogen turn signal indicators. And I really like the black trim on the bottom, and I love the silver trim all the way across the bumper. And overall the design honestly looks really good. Coming to the front, of course, you will have the Hyundai badge, and the grille looks really nice. The hood itself doesn't really have any sharp lines. There's only one sharp line that starts from there and ends in the front, and of course the same for the other side as well. So for the side of the Elantra GT, it looks nice, and I really like what Hyundai did with the design. It's very nice and simple, nothing aggressive here in the side. And for the tire and rim size, they are 225 40 18, and the design of those trims are really nice. And overall the side view of this Elantra looks nice. And here on the mirror, it will have a turn signal indicator, and it's going to be finished in gloss black. And all the way in the back, they're going to be a really nice roof spoiler. And it's not too much, it's a very small one, but it just gives the Elantra GT a nicer touch. So here in the back, I think Hyundai did a great job with this car. Of course, you will have the third brake light up top, Hyundai in the middle, and right underneath Hyundai, of course, here is the backup camera. And the taillight design is very nice, LED lights, and the turn signal indicator is halogen, and of course the reverse light is halogen as well. You will have a really cool looking design, reflectors, just looks honestly really nice. And of course the N-line badge, and the lower bumper is on the aggressive side, just looks honestly amazing. So in the bottom you will have, of course, fake vents, and the exhaust is really nice. It's connected to the pipe itself, and I love the brushed aluminum in the bottom where the diffuser is. And of course Elantra GT right there. And overall, honestly, the design of this Elantra GT looks really nice, and I think this is one of the best looking small compact cars that are on the market today. So here is the key for the Elantra, and honestly it looks really nice. It has 4 buttons on it: lock, unlock, trunk release, and a panic button. I really wish it had the N badge in the back. And for the trunk release, the trunk does not open all the way, so just basically unlocks the trunk for you, and it doesn't even pop it outside. So that's all it does. And the key itself has a really nice weight to it, and it feels very good in your hand. So to open the trunk, there's going to be a rubber button right here. Just go ahead and click on it and lift it. And this one has a privacy cover that will go up and down when you open the tailgate. And there is a good amount of space for a small car, and the seats are currently dropped down. And underneath there's going to be a spare tire with the tools, of course. And to the left and right, they're going to be nice storage places, so that's really nice. 12 volt, a light in the bottom, nice hooks. You could probably put grocery bags right there. But anyways, the back of this Elantra GT isn't that small. There's a decent amount of space in the trunk of this Elantra GT. So for the door has a good amount of plastic on it, but the design is nice. The top material right here is nice and soft. This is not soft, but it's wrapped in leather, so that's really nice. And the armrest is on the harder side. The door handle has a nice weight to it. It feels very nice and solid. Of course, here are the window controls and the mirror control, and the door locks are actually inside the bind for it. And in the bottom, this is plastic, which is expected. And then you will have, of course, a light right there, and I think it acts as a reflector, or maybe that's a reflector, but maybe that's just the sun. And then right here, there's going to be a good amount of cubbies, storage places, and a very large bottle holder. And I really love the design of the speaker, so it looks really nice and just gives the door a nicer touch. So for the seat, it honestly looks amazing, very nice and aggressive. It will have a N badge on it, and just that red stitching is honestly amazing. Something that I don't really like about the seat is that it's a manual seat. Honestly, that doesn't really bother me. The way how the seat looks like makes me forget about the other things, because this seat is just honestly amazing. So inside the car, it honestly feels and looks very good, and it reminds me of the Veloster and that I drove. Anyways, the middle console is on the lower side, so there's a good amount of space everywhere. You could move your arms around, and it basically just frees up a lot of space by having the middle console on the lower side. But anyways, guys, everything just feels very nice, and I love the stitching, the red stitching around the car. I really love the red trim around the vents, and honestly everything just feels very good. But anyways, coming to the left right here, you will have the brightness controls, traction button, and as I said, I love the red trim around the vents, and everything just feels very good. But anyways, coming to the steering wheel will have a couple buttons on it. You'll have Bluetooth controls and a voice command and the volume buttons. To the right, you will have the cruise control, and then of course a button to control the middle display. And the gauges themselves, they look honestly amazing, very easy to read and understand. The font is nice and big. And for the screen is an 8-inch touchscreen that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it will have a couple buttons on the left and right. Of course, a volume knob, and here is the emergency lights. And in the bottom, here is the button for the door locks. So you click on it, it will turn on and it will lock all the doors, and this is how you unlock all the doors, so that's really nice. And for the AC controls, they are super easy to use. Here is the fan speed, and here is display in the middle. Of course, you will have the temperature controls, dual climate control, and overall it's honestly very easy to use. And of course, here is the shifter that will control the 7-speed automatic transmission. It's a dual clutch, so that's really nice, plus and minus. And then of course you will have heated seats for the driver and passenger, and it will have an N badge on it. Love the stitching on the shifter itself, and I love the trim on the shifter. It just feels very nice, honestly. But right here, they're going to be of course the drive mode that will change it to sport, and that's all it does. And there is this cubby right here. You will have a 12-volt USB and an aux, and the storage place inside is actually pretty big, so that's really nice. And I like the fact that you could close it, so that's really nice. But anyways, here are the cup holders, and I like the fact that you could close the cup holders. It just makes the middle console cleaner. And electronic e-brake, brake hold, and more storage place for a small wallet or a purse, a very small purse, or a phone. And for the armrest feels okay. It's a little bit on the harder side, but it has this red stitching on it, and you could actually adjust it, so that's really nice. They give you the option that you could adjust the armrest back and forth or forward. Inside there is an okay space. It's nice and deep, but it's not as big, and there is a 12-volt outlet inside. And for the rear view mirror, it's nice and it's on the thinner side, so that's really nice. And of course you'll have the dim feature, glasses holder right here, halogen lights, and then the visor itself is on the plastic side, very light, but good thing it has a mirror in it, and there is a light, and it has an extender right here, so that's really nice if the sun is in your face. Overall, guys, the inside of this Elantra GT isn't that bad, and some of the materials are plasticky, but it's not that bad. Actually, the top materials right here, they're not as hard. They're more of like that rubber synthetic material. This is plastic. And I honestly don't think this car feels as cheap as the Veloster. The Veloster N feel much cheaper than this one. But anyways, guys, I forgot to tell you, this one has paddle shifters, so that's really nice. But anyways, guys, it honestly feels very nice, and the seats are comfortable in this Elantra GT. So here in the back door, it's the same as the front. This is nice and soft, same materials as the front door. The bottom is plastic, which is expected, of course. Window control, and of course the door handle is the same as the front. You will have a very small storage place in the bottom, a bottle holder right there. And inside, the seats look really nice. I really like the fact they brought that stitching on the back seats. And of course, this one has an armrest in the back, 2 cup holders, one small and one big. And I love the red trim right here on the vents. There's a good amount of leg room and a good amount of headroom, and those seats are actually adjustable, so you could put them down if you want to, just like this. And they do go flat, which is nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the other seat down and show you how it looks like. All right, so I put down the other seat, and there is a very good amount of space. And I like the fact that this car is really small, but it gives you so much space when you put down the seats. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I would like to thank Sam and Moody for providing me this beautiful 2020 Hyundai Elantra GT N line. If you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. They are located in Milford, Connecticut. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.